What's good, people? It's your boy Kung Fu d.wulf coming at you with a live reaction and review and a small recap of Bleach chapter 651, the theater suicide scene 5. Now I want to come back with a recap real quick. Last week we had the reveal that SHUNSUI's Zanpakuto, apparently one of his swords is not his and it's NANAO-san's Zanpakuto. Now, this chapter, obviously, we're gonna get a past flashback of how the hell this happened, because last chapter he was saying that NANAO didn't she wasn't, how the hell did she know that this was her that he had her Zanpakuto, and something that her mother had something to do with whatever it had to do with that. And I don't even understand how could this work. How could you do that? How could that happen? How can you use somebody else's Zanpakuto and open it like that? Well, I do know that it has been done, because Kaname Tosen, his Zanpakuto was not originally his either. It was a past member of the Goatee 13's squad's Zanpakuto, and he actually took it from the grave when she died. But I don't understand how you can have two Zanpakutos and use them both at the same time, and they can work in conjunction with each other. I don't understand how you can have two Zanpakutos. That means that everybody, does that mean that everybody in the court got in the Goatees 13 can use two Zanpakutos if they felt like it? Could somebody just go on a collecting spree of collecting Zanpakutos and just releasing them? Come on, really? And the fact that now she knew about it, and that's the reason why in the past 10 years, it's got to be almost 10 years now, Bleach has been out, that we have never seen her reveal her Zanpakuto. That's why, KUBO really waited this long to reveal this. So let's just get into it. Bleach chapter 651, the theater suicide scene 5. Wake up, Shunsui-san. Come on, wake up. Yeah. Under the bright sun, morning, sits the shadow of a beautiful woman. Big sis. He's gone. Where'd he hide now? And we got fucking the X-axis Barrow doing some weird shit. His head has just his head is just turned into a fucking frying pan, it looks like. It just spread apart and his eyes are on the outside of his head. It's honey. It looks like he got a fucking UFO on his head. That's what it looks like. KUBO is just fucking around with this character now. He's just fucking around with him now, because this is this is one of the most ridiculous designs I've ever seen. The eyes are all the way at the end of the head. They're fucking 8 feet apart from each other. It's just, and it looks like a fucking UFO. It looks weird. Okay, I don't even understand why this is happening to this character. It's some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen in Bleach. I have not seen anything like this in Bleach ever. And it keeps getting weirder with this character. Huh. There. I see. So your Kageoni lets you hide in the shadows for quite some time. Well then. I wonder what'll happen if the spot of shadow disappears entirely. So apparently, Shinsui's Zanpakuto, or his Bankai, lets his body hide in shadows. So that's what his Bankai was talking about last week, saying that you should just let me take you away. So it has like this hidden ability where it can take them away and hide them in a shadow for a while or something, so he can, I guess, recuperate. I wonder. And then fucking X-Axis, he decided to get the bright idea to fucking like use he makes a spherical ball of sunlight and tries to like blast out that shadow space. And apparently NANAO just appeared out of X-Axis Baro's head where there's a shadow. Oh, because the beak, since he put the light on the bottom where his hands were, the beak had a shadow, and it was like where the beak was, there was a shadow, so she came out through there. Okay. Kyukotsu. What are you talking about? I've always known Katen Kyukotsu was two separate entities, but Kyukotsu's my Zanpakuto. I tell you yes, but there's a slight error in that answer as well. Regardless, Ohana made Oyo in order to hide your Zanpakuto. This was your mother's wish. But why? The Issei family was always a family of women. They've only had women for as long as their family tree was recorded. That's why the women were wed, but all the men that entered the Issei family apparently died quite young due to the Issei curse. So apparently there's a curse on NANAO's family or something, and all the women are like widows or something that get married. Of course there were those that thought that the whole curse was ridiculous, but she didn't think so at all. She wanted to end that myth once and for all, so she prepared to cut all ties with the Issei family when she married off. But in the end her husband too died not long after. He was my brother's wife. So Shunsui had a brother that married NANAO's mother. My brother and I were never on good terms, but the atmosphere around us began to change a little ever since she came. Living with my brother became much more comfortable compared to before. I used to go over and play quite a lot, taking afternoon naps by the porch and so, but my brother had died. So we go from our happy family to his brother's death in an instant. No flashback scenes of him hanging out with his brother. Just they hang out and then they die. I don't know. That kind of seems fucking rushed to me. It was common practice in nobility for the bride to be returned to her original family if her husband were to pass away. Cutting all ties with the family of the deceased, she was returned to the Issei family. That's right. While she had resolved herself to cut all ties with the Issei family, she could escape the grips. So that's what the Bankai meant. Like his Don, his last Don, is something with cutting ties with marriage or something. That's what I'm getting, at least. Because it looks like it has a direct correlation with his Bankai with this thread, because we had the last thread was cutting off X-Axis' head, and he was talking about, oh yeah, the ties between a woman. So it's true then, a woman of the Issei family can never escape the Issei curse, but it might be because of this sword. She tried everything she could to make sure her daughter would not be caught by the curse. The sword was left in my care. I had Okio, who loved hide and seek the sword for me. What? So Okio is the name of this Zanpakuto, and she's pulling out the damn sword out of her fucking face. It looks like. Also, even if I've accepted the curse, I would know the person that I've chosen to love would definitely think the curse is ridiculous too. I feel that he'd say so while smiling. Alright then, take it. That sword would definitely... Oh, looky here. The only one that appeared was the vice captain. Are you telling me that you, a vice captain, will fight me alone? The Issei family is a Shinto family, put in charge of rituals and do not have their own Zanpakutos. The only Zanpakuto we have is passed down from generation to generation. Nigga, what? So now, in the Bleach storyline, we have a Zanpakuto that can be passed from generation to generation, because for some reason the Issei family, none of them can materialize their own Zanpakuto. What? So this is the reason why NANAO never had a Zanpakuto in any of the arcs. And then this reveal, it seems mad fucking random that you have a Zanpakuto that can be passed down from generation to generation. That is some of the weirdest shit I've ever heard in the Bleach storyline. I don't know, but it seems like KUBO is just going into a fucking like another dimension with the Bleach storyline now, like revealing this shit. And is a bladeless sword that sole purpose is for rituals we hold. This sword is a sword that cannot kill a man, but when faced with a god, its divine powers are said to be strong enough to scatter any heavenly being it touches. Its name is Holy Sword Hakkyoken. Her heart becomes as clear and serene as a mirror. So isn't this fucking convenient that KUBO decides to make a sword that can stop a fucking god but not kill a fucking man? And the Zanpakuto can be fucking passed down from generation to generation because the family that owns it has a curse on them. And there are some Shinto priests, ritualistic people or some shit like that. So, how fucking convenient can you get, really? Like, I know KUBO just thought this shit up on a whim, okay? It feels like this shit was not planned. This was so convenient, it's ridiculous. You have a Zanpakuto that is specifically designed not to kill anyone else besides a god. Really? I know KUBO did not just do this. He did not just go into a flashback just to reveal that NANAO's mother gave him a Zanpakuto so his daughter could not be cursed by it if she married some guy. And then is revealed that it's a Zanpakuto specifically designed to kill a god or divine being or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know, but this has got me fucking in a query right now. Like, what the hell? So, Shunsui's Bankai was just leading up to giving NANAO her damn Zanpakuto. Cause honestly, who's a NANAO like fan? Okay, who the hell is a NANAO fan? No one fucking cares about NANAO. And now she's getting the spotlight put on her. Like, I'm just pissed with this shit. I've been waiting for Shunsui's Bankai because like Genryusai, and in the beginning of Bleach, Genryusai, first of all, he said that Shunsui was fucking OP as shit, basically, saying that he was basically the strongest captains, one of the strongest captains ever produced by the Go T13. Then Jushido Ukitake says, oh, you shouldn't reveal your Bankai because it, like, is basically too OP. And then he uses his Bankai, and it works for a little while on X-Axis Baro. I wasn't really disappointed because, honestly, if it probably was anyone else, it probably would have done some fucking major damage and destroyed them. But then he gets basically his ass whipped by X-Axis Baro, and then it's revealed that one of his part of his Zanpakuto has another Zanpakuto hidden within it, and it's for NANAO, and NANAO now gets the spotlight because her Zanpakuto apparently is the only Zanpakuto that can destroy a divine being or god. I'm done with this chapter, okay? I'm just like really fucking pissed at what KUBO did with this shit. Because I honestly don't care about NANAO. But tell me what you think. Tell me if you are as pissed or think that KUBO just went into like some veered off fucking tangent, fucking went off into some other fucking dimension of universe and shit, just like he just made all this shit up because it seems like this was a last minute made up shit because he did not want to reveal Shunsui's Bankai until the end of the fucking arc of Bleach, basically. So like, comment, subscribe. This is Kung Fu d.wulf. Peace.